Well, everybody, I'm going to my favorite beach. I've got my permit on me. Last year when I came here, there was a little bitty sign that said, down this trail here, that said beach closed, no access, all this stuff. And then I called the ranger station. They said that was just to keep the riffraff out. And if I had a permit, just go on in. Now this has just been put up recently. Got fresh concrete in here, and the beach is that way, and now I got to walk through this. And I've tried to, and I believe they got a new person managing the beach that lives there, so I really think today's going to be eye-opening. We may have to educate some people, but anyway, I tried to call the ranger station today. It happens to be on a Sunday and no one's answering. I wanted to verify, but you know, I've got a permit in my pocket that says I can go in there, so I'm going in. The water is way up. Where I think it's October 5th or something. Anyway, water's way up. Usually I get here January and February and the water's way down, so I'll probably only make 2 or 3 passes anyway. You know, that's where I want to be. I was going to get in the water. I got my swim trunks on underneath my pants, but I forgot my swimming shoes. And let me tell you, if you go out there without any swimming shoes on, it eats your feet up. Now, if you're a kid, it don't. When you're an old man, it does. So anyway, 2 or 3 passes here, you know, where everybody comes down and sits, and I'm going to be good. I'll be wore out by then anyway. It takes quite a bit to go all the way down. And so I'm in, I got it pretty much open as far as all conductive targets. And I'm in low conductor. And I'm using tracking today for the first time. I'm going to see how that works. Usually I just manual ground balance and go. But yeah, that's about it. So we'll see if a ranger or the caretaker comes down and starts hollering at me. I got a bad or a good feeling, whatever you want to call it, that's going to happen today. So stick with me. So my first target is a 2. Now that's normally such a tiny piece of foil or even a little bitty piece of can slaw that it just goes through my scoop, and a lot of times I'll just notch out 0 through 5, and if I'm real lazy, 0 through 9. So there's 2 right in there. It does sound good. Let's see if it stays in my scoop. Yeah, it does. There you go. Little piece of foil. Here's a 5. There we go. Just one of those. Here's a weird sounding 29. Now it's 47. 21 this way. Let's just see what it is. Got it. I like detecting next to the water just for this reason right here. All right, a little earring in there. Right there. Huh. Nice. Someone missed that. I can't believe I'm the only one that's hunted this since it closed 2 weeks ago. So I'm not able to come down like the day after it closes, like some of the locals probably already hit this, but you know, picking up the scraps. Here's a 1. Ones, I haven't ever found anything good with a 1, but I think some of you guys have. Huh. I mean, got my sensitivity at 20. What the heck? It can't be that deep for a 1. If it's that deep on a 1, well, there we go. Someone buried their trash. I see that a lot. I was hunting one day and I found maybe 3 wine bottles about halfway up in the sand. Someone had dug down about a foot and buried them. And I know they did it on purpose because there was other beer cans and crap in there. I just got a huge hit. I don't really want to put that in my pocket. See if I got a bad pocket. Crap. I should have brought a pouch. Okay, I can get it in here. All right, here's a 60-61. 61. So that could be a zinc scent, or it could be a gold ring. Could be. Could be gold. Could be gold. Where you at, gold ring? It's right there. Okay, I'm getting a 1 in the water. It's got a, perfect trace 1. That's what all the 1's been though. This one intrigues me a little bit because it's in the water. Oh man. Pringles foil and plastic. I mean, the Corps of Engineers should be paying us, detectorists, cleaning up the beach. There's a 25. 25, 26. Dead center of nickel, and I've got a good trace. Could this be my ring? If I was calling it, I'd call it a nickel on the dirt, but out here, I don't know. Deeper. Nickel ranges are normally a little heavier. Sounded great, but so does the nickel. Man, am I missing it, or is it that deep? Now, but $19, $20, $22. Now it's a nasty smear on my screen. Okay. 21, 24. 21, 22. See something right here. There we go. Zipper pull. 26, 27, 28, but it's a surface find. You think that hurt somebody's foot right there? Right there. That's why we should get paid for cleaning up the beaches. I'm not even sure what to do, where to put that. I should have brought a pouch. I was going to bring a pouch. Well, I got a pouch in the car, but I thought I'll just, you know, I've got cargo pants on. I'm going to bend these hooks down, get them in my pocket. You know those will still catch on something, but oh well. All right, here's a nasty sounding like 77, 73. You probably can't hear it, you know, on the video, but I've got a horizontal smear. But it's a high enough range, it could be, you know, like mixed jewelry or something like that. Could be mixed metal. Having trouble today getting my targets out. Now it's 97. That's getting up there where it could be falsing on iron. Let's put the horseshoe on, see if we get red numbers. No red numbers. Right there at the end there was, but it's big too. It is big. Strange. Oh man, we're out. 78. Yeah, that was it. Man, look how deep that was. That last scoop was down here. 10 plus inches. And now it sounds like a dime. Oh, there it is. It is a coin, and it is old. It has been there a while. $97 dime. Another eyeball find right here. Tent stake. I mean, crap like that. That's why you should wear shoes on the beach every time. All right, right here I got an 88. Could be a silver ring. Could be a Cortair. 88. Come on, silver ring. Come on. Show yourself to me. Ah. Dang it. I'll take it. You guys see those guys on YouTube that go out to, I don't know, on any of the Great Lakes and they find black sand and then they find a little bit of gold in it? Look at this. Look at all that black sand. Well, I should have brought my pan. All right, here's a decent sounding 8. Eight to 10. Now it's turning a little nasty. 10-8. That's my birthday, October 8th, which is in a couple of days. I'll be 65. Man, I just never thought as a kid I'd be this old. Because when I was a kid, people in their 40s looked like they were about done. looks so old. What the heck? It's 11 in there somewhere. Am I missing it? Oh, it's a 22 casing. Huh. I found a 22 projectile off camera at the other end of the beach when I first started. I didn't get it on camera. Sometimes I just think it's going to be a crappy target and I don't record it, and then it turns out to be a nice target and I feel so bad I don't record it, because I'm not one of those guys that plant stuff. You know, I'd say over half the people on YouTube plant at least some of their signals to get good content, but sometimes, guys, I'll detect hours and hours and just have a crappy video where I don't find anything worth a crap, and I post it and it doesn't get any views, and then I see those people, like, I don't know, those real fake ones that's on TikTok and all, where they're taking a pinpointer and they're going up to a rock face and they find some ancient gold artifact that's obviously a painted piece of ceramic, and those things will have millions of views, and I read some of the comments, and there's not many people that call them out. Most of them are like, oh my god, that's a find of a lifetime and whatever, and I'm just thinking, you idiots. Well, I'm really surprised no one's come down here today. It is Sunday though, but I've still been they still try to kick me out on Sundays. I think it's a matter of time. Getting a 30 right here, probably a tab, but you know, it's a nice signal. You got to dig those. I'm just choosing not to dig 1 through 5, just to save me a little bit of grief. So a 30 is going to be like a square tab or a gold ring. So we always hope for a gold ring. Well, it's neither. It's another zipper pool. Broke one here. Okay, about 10 feet from that broken zipper pool, I get another perfect 30. A little louder though. It's either shallower or more solid. Let's see. Could be a ring. Nope. It's what they normally are right here. Square tab. Alright, here's the 33. It's got some crap around it. Got a massive smear right there. See it? But there's enough good tone there. Could be something good, especially when you're in the sand. I should be digging the, you know, 1 through 5s too, but I'm not today. I know. I hear it from you guys. I found a nice gold chain at 2. I know. I don't see anything. Probably a swimmer. And it dropped out here. I think it dropped out there. Huh. What the heck's going on? Oh, there it is. Look, it did drop out. It's an earring, guys. Look at that. Well, you know, it's fake, but it did have a stone in the middle. You know, that would have been a diamond for sure. Okay. Alright, this is the first number I've accepted down low. This is a number 6. I got one through 5 notched out. Good target trace, good tone. I mean, chances of this being foil is probably 99%. Crap. Man, it sounds good. Is that it? What the heck? Let me get my pin pointer out there. Obviously it's smaller than the 10mm holes I have on my scoop. That's what I thought it was right there. Right there. See, that's normally what a low number is, just a piece of crap. But it does have a little thickness to it. I will keep the discrimination at that level, at least for a while. Go back to my starting spot and continue on. Alright, I'm getting a 6-7 right here. Well, I lied, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see something shiny. Do you see it? Let's see if I can. It may not be it, but right there. That is a nut. That's an acorn nut, or the old timers would call it an acorn nut. And a 30 right here. It's a little weird signal. I'm calling that a square tab. Now it sounds better. It sounds better. Let's see if there's anything else in there. A little bit of iron right in there. Otherwise, too bad. Let's see what my 30 is. Yep. Another square tab, 30. Got me a 16-20. A lot going on right here. I can't get a good hit on it. 18-20. Pretty trashy. 13-14 solid now. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this. Looky there. 22 long rifle. I mean, everybody's scared of when they find bullets like that. They'll go off. Yeah, I don't know. If you're in a incendiary oven or something like that, maybe. But let's see what else is here. Huh. That was something. I found live ones before, but not new like that. They look brand new. Okay. Somebody was probably carrying on the beach and either took their ammo out to show somebody or went through their pocket or something. Yep. Now there's a place on this beach, I'm right at it, right in here, up there. I won't even detect up there anymore because there's so many lead bullets that's been shot into the sand. I showed the ranger. One day I was here, I think I found 12 or 13 of them right in this area. And so I showed the ranger, and she goes, you know, they have people calling about noises down here and stuff. And I think that's the reason for the barricade up there. Keep the riffraff out. In fact, that's what the ranger said. That's just not a good signal, guys. When I called the ranger station the last time that sign was up, they said that people come down here, and I see fire pits around here. And she goes, just to keep those people out. So I don't know, maybe I'm one of those people today. All right, I made it back. Took me an hour and 5 minutes to go down and back once. So I'm going to go down and back again. What I'm going to do is I've discriminated out 1 through 9. Now I've got 10 and above open, and I'm not going to be too concerned about my coil control. I normally, if I go over an area, I want to make sure I cover it, so I try to have good coil technique. But I'm going to go a little faster here, and you know, it won't be the perfect coil technique that I would do normally, but I just want to go down and back, hopefully get a couple of good solid targets, and go drink a cold one. 15, 17. Pretty good trace on it. Thought I saw another bullet casing. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Nope, but I did. I believe we got a 22 projectile right here. Yeah. 22? Nobody has 22s on the beach. Oh yeah, they do. This is right in that area I was saying that has a bunch of projectiles shot in the sand. So I'm going to get out of this area. Yeah, I was going to get out of this area, go 5 feet, I get another 18, 17 cleaner. But I'm in this area where all the bullets are. I mean, we'll find out. I just hate walking over something that could be a ring. 18 could be a ring. Well, that's a split shot there. Lead nonetheless. Still in the bullet area. I can't keep from digging it. .2021. .2021. What could it be? It's another 22. See it? You can see the diameter right there. Still on Bullet Beach here. I haven't gone very far, but this is a little higher number. I have found 9 millimeters here. So 22 to 9 millimeter projectiles I've found in this area. There's a 29, perfect trace. Perfect trace. All right, let's see what it is. It's over here. Sounds big. I just dropped it. Zipper pull. It's amazing how many of those are on beaches. Yeah, I'm getting a 12-13. That'd be a nickel on an E-track. Out. Well, is it? What's going on here? What's going on? All right. You know what I'm doing there, guys. Some of you may not know. Most of you probably do. I'm just trying to pinpoint off the end of my coil right in here by getting my tone and then backing down away from it and then coming back, wiggling it. See right here? So it should be right in here. Let's see. See? Okay. That is a that's a bent up zipper pull or something. I can't tell. I'm getting like a 40 right here, but look at this trace. I'm going to show it to you here. See how it's building here and up here? This is like, oh, this would be a smaller nail area here. Bigger nail area up here. 1, 2, 3, like almost like 3 targets in the hole. But you know, I've come to realize the Manticore with the 2D is doing nothing but converting the audio and making it visual so you can hear the nuances. But I can hear that. I can hear that smear. You may not hear it on over the video, but I can hear the smear and see the smear. But if you didn't have that and your ears are trained, you hear that smear. I don't know if that's a good explanation, but they're just taking, I just believe if you've got good ears, you really don't need a 2D screen. You don't even need a screen really, but it just makes it a little more enjoyable for me to have one more tool. But I finally realized that tool is doing nothing but converting your audio nuances into visual display, and that's the best way I can explain it. So when I get a good solid signal and a solid dot, I hear that. When I get a smear or a smudge or anything like that, I hear that too. So I don't know, I like it, but I don't think it's necessary. 39, 40, 42, look at that. This is what I call striking cobra. See it now? I call that my striking cobra. I don't know. Naming my smears. All right, let's see what this thing is. See? Crap. Thought I got... No. See, it's all gone. It was probably some kind of iron pocket or something. I broke it up. All right, I'm getting a 1011 right here. You can hear it's pretty clean. Pretty clean. So junkier now. It's chunkier. There we go. Another tiny split shot. All right, here's a nice strong 16. Got a perfect trace. Moved it a little bit. That should got it. I got it. Thought I seen it over here. Some foil, but that ain't it. It's over here somewhere. Yeah, right there. More foil. All right, here's a screaming 32. '31, '32, and now I see it. I didn't see it at first. Square tab. Square tab. Right there. All right, here's the 1819. '18. I don't normally do that much. Shake my scoop. Now, if you're in Destin on the dry sand, that dry white sand, it falls right through that. But here it's kind of a, I'd rather, you know, I don't normally shake it. It's just too much effort. A little grommet thing, tiny. Okay, here's a 24 to 38 with a smear, but I can hear it. Let's see if you can hear it. Can you hear it? You can hear it. It's not that clean, but it's in the 30s, so I'm going to dig it. Open my iron up. Iron in there. Nothing there. Now it's doing what I call in prospecting mode iron squeal. Almost gets to a tone you can't hear. Weird. I'm curious now. See that? I'll show you now. Iron is at the top here. Watch that smear. See that whole smear there? This is iron. It's still there. I ain't messing with it. All right, I made it all the way down. Gonna make the last pass going back, but I'm gonna zigzag around like this up in here and just hoping I'll luck onto something. All right, getting a 28 with a good trace. Good mid-conductor, nickel range. I think I heard it in there. There is a piece of metal in there of substantial size. Can you hear it? I was hearing the rocks. Anyway, it's a tab. All right, we're getting like a 13 to 18. 11, 12, 13. 19, 20. 10 again. I must have moved it up here. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, I see it right there. Another one of those little grommet things, I think. No. This is a 22 blank. That's what that is. 22 blank. You know, I've been here early in the morning, and sometimes they'll set off fireworks here because this will have a lot of geese on here, and I guarantee you that's what this was for. Just scare off the geese. I don't think you're legally supposed to do that. I don't know, but I was here one day early. I was in the water, actually. That's a long story. This has been like 10 years ago. One of the people that oversaw the beach, even though I had a permit, told me he wasn't going to let me detect unless it was after hours, not during hours. Well, my permit says I can detect during regular beach hours when the beach is open, and from sun up to sundown after the park and the beach is closed. But rather than cause a stink, I would get here about 4 in the morning, and at 9 o'clock in the morning they would chase me out, and I was out here in the water 4, 5, 6 in the morning. It was sun was just coming up, and there was geese over here, probably 100 to 200 geese over there, and I had my headphones on, and I heard bam, bam, and I'm like, what the heck? And I turned around, and I could just barely make it out. He was shooting, or not shooting, throwing these firecrackers at the geese. And at that time, he didn't even see me out in the water. But I understand it. I understand it. He wasn't actually shooting at him. I wonder, hey, you know what? That makes me, because it was right up there, that makes me think those bullets shot into the sand right there was probably the attendants scaring off the geese, because the geese, and I've seen them here before, they're up in here when they gather. Sometimes they're just all over, but up in there, and I guarantee you, now that makes all the sense in the world why there's so many bullets in that corner, is because I bet he comes down, or whoever, and whatever they have, because I've found from 22, 32 or 38s, and 9mm in the sand up there, and I bet they're just shooting in the ground or sand to scare off the geese. I have solved that mystery. Solve that mystery. That's dangerous, though. Wow. You don't think that'd break an ankle? I mean, the beach is closed, but here's what'll happen. Ranger comes down, sees that, and then they get the beach closed. because of that. So I'm going to do that. It's going to look like the sun here in a minute with the sun rays. Okay, I've just got about 5 more minutes left. All right, getting a 30 right here. All right, let's see. That's why I couldn't see. It's black tab. Okay, now that I've figured out why there's so many bullets in this area, because there's a camper that sits up there that watches over, I guess it's volunteers that watches over the beach, and that would make sense. The shortest path to the beach is right here, and this is where all the bullets are, right in here. So yeah, and I'm almost in the bullet area, and I'm getting a 19. $19.20. I bet that's a bullet. I bet it's a bullet. Might fall through. Let's see. Little suckers are hard to see. Right there. Yep, see? 22. 22 shot in the sand. That's why it's mushroomed. You see it? Yeah. There's probably something good in here, but I ain't going through all them bullets. I mean, there's hundreds of them in there. Alright guys, thanks for coming with me on this hunt. It's hotter than crap out here. I think it's October 6th, 5th or 6th. Here in Missouri, in the Ozarks. 2 things I learned today was, it just come to me, if you watch, you know, the last 5 minutes, you'll see that I realized why there's so many bullets here. And 2 is, I finally realized on the Manticore, and a lot of you guys probably already knew that, I know I was seeing the traces and all the different wiggles and, you know, the different shapes and things. I was starting to name them, but as I got thinking about it today, I'm like, those are the audio nuances in visual form. So if you got good ears, no reason you need that screen. But anyway, like I said, it makes it fun, kind of like a little video game. Gives me something to look at. Kind of wish there was a little clock up here. And that's about it. I will see you guys on the next video. Like and subscribe and share. Talk to you later. Bye.